Motherwell may be the Steelmen, but right now they do not look it. They need a man to come in, made of steel, to save them, and that could be Neil Lennon, because we've seen he is very reliable in Scotland, apart from trying to win 10 in a row. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Who's going to be the new Motherwell manager? Well, there is a betting favourite in place, and that man goes by the name of Neil Lennon.
Yeah, well, take me back to 10 in a row. That season was fantastic watching Stevie G do what he does best, and that's win league titles. Some would argue that's not what he does best, but you know what? Neil Lennon bottled it. But I would actually like to see Neil Lennon back.
You know what? I mean, I don't think we can all blame Neil Lennon. The team just wasn't good enough. The players need to hold their hands up. It was just a disaster season.
It was, but Motherwell...
You take away that season from Neil Lennon's career in Scotland, and I think he's had a pretty impressive...
Well, absolutely.
managerial career in Scotland, but
Hibs spell was good.
He's always going. His first stint with Celtic was good. He got some decent wins in Europe as well. I mean, second stint he came back and completed the quadruple treble. I mean, apart from that last season where it all just fell apart and he ultimately got booted out of the club, he's been very successful and he's played some good football in Scotland. So it would be easy just to go, look at Neil Lennon, failure, bottled 10 in a row, but there's more to there's more to Neil Lennon than just, he's the guy that failed to deliver when Celtic needed him to the most.
No, well, when you put it like that, I guess so, but this isn't about who won what previously. This is about the here and now. Motherwell, Stuart Kettlewell's away, and Neil Lennon's the favourite. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
Evens, 50% probability, whatever way you want to spin it.
Bookmakers, olbg.com, they are giving you Neil Lennon at evens, and I mean, he would be a good choice, I think, for Motherwell. I think he'd be a safe pair of hands to come in. Like I said, he did well at Celtic before. His stint at Hibernian was good. Had some good attacking football. I think most Motherwell fans would be happy with this appointment. It's a name that you know. You can always go the unknown route, and sometimes it doesn't work. I mean, for a time we thought Jimmy Thielen was working. Now we look at it, maybe it's not working. I think with Neil Lennon, though, there's not much surprise in there. You know who you're getting.
Right, we can turn around and say, right, we jokes, right, you're right, Neil Lennon's got a great record in Scotland, there's no two ways about it. For a club like Motherwell to get a manager that's won the league and a lot of cups, not only as a player, but as a manager, which is more important because this is the managerial role of Motherwell, that's a fantastic acquisition.
Yeah, it is.
No, you can laugh and joke and banter all you want, but I think realistically, if you're a team in Scotland outside the Old Firm and you manage to get a manager who's previously won the league, I think that's great. Now, obviously, like Jimmy Thielen won, leagues over in Scandinavia and things like that, but I'm not saying it doesn't mean it. Of course, it means something, but to me, it's more impressive to actually sign a guy as manager who's won it in Scotland, where it matters.
Neil Lennon's about as good as Motherwell, I think, can do. Yeah. I think that's about the max they can do. Look, of course they could
sign an unknown. And
he could be. They could, but in terms of somebody that we know, somebody that's been there, done that, and has success in Scottish football, I think Neil Lennon would be a good appointment for Motherwell.
Yeah, and it's not like you're signing a guy that won the league 15 years ago and he's 37. I mean, you're signing a guy as manager. It's a completely different ball game. I think it'd be a great thing for Motherwell to get across the line, and if we know he's got thick skin, so he's not going to walk away.
Yeah, the second favourite for the job, though, is another Celtic legend, Scott Brown. He is 2-1. He's currently leading the fight with Ayr United for the championship title. He's done a good job with Ayr United. I know Ewan Cameron was playing down what Scott Brown has done, but I think Ewan Cameron's a wee bit better there. I think Scott Brown's done a good job here.
Yeah, I think Ewan Cameron, man, I think he needs to decide which club to support. Is that because he's somehow got a hard-on for Falkirk at the minute? He wants to downplay... You're right. See, last season, Erwin in a relegation battle, and Brown kept them up, right? And this season, they are the most informed team in the league for me.
Here.
Let's not pretend a defeat against Hibs is pish.
See, when it comes to League One or League Championship, I'm not saying that there isn't teams that I'm favourable towards, and there's teams that I would rather win. But the way Ewan Cameron was celebrating for Falkirk, I thought was bloody embarrassing.
I know he's at the...
Now, you could say he's winding up, this wee co-host like that.
Yeah. See, to me, I know Hearts, Falkirk, they don't have a rivalry or nothing, right? But see dancing about, covered, drowned in another team's clothing, it's a bit fucking weird. Is it
No, it is.
not? And we know for a fact he's went to a lot of Falkirk games this season with producer John. Sweaty Octopus and fucking Jambo Bear.
I wonder if they've been doing anything on Valentine's Day. Could be something going on there.
The Burns fella.
I wouldn't trust you and Cameron, remorse, that's for sure. Anyway, another man that I wouldn't trust, third favourite for the job, Stephen Naismith. Not saying he's gay, but you seen what he done with Hearts. It wasn't great.
Pumped him up the arse.
18 games for a win. Deservedly lost his job. Somehow Jimmy Teelan's almost getting to that number there, albeit, not in all competitions. But, look, Stephen Naismith, I'm not going to say the guy's an absolute write-off because, I mean, his first full season at Hearts, he did finish third. And you cannot overlook that. You can't pretend it didn't happen. But people tend to remember your failures more than your successes, especially when they come more recently. And it's the same thing with Neil Lennon. The last thing people remember with Neil Lennon in Scotland is him bottling the 10. And the last thing that people remember with Stephen Naismith is going 18 games for a win. They don't remember the season where Hearts finished third comfortably ahead of everybody else.
No, they don't. But it would just be weird from.
And looked, at one point they were on course to hit their record points tally. In the end, they didn't get it, but
it would be very weird for me if Naismith got another job in this league this season after the horrendous start he got.
Do you think he has to earn it? Do you think he's probably going to have to go to like a championship club?
I don't think he has to earn hee-haw. I just think he has to wait.
Wait. Right, 4-1, Stephen Naismith. 6-1 is Stephen Hamill, former Motherwell player. What,
Stephen's in there?
There's two, mate.
Well, I mean, 2 out of 5's fucking no bad. There's one talking about it. I don't really rate Hamill, to be honest. He's kind of just in there because he's a fucking Motherwell player at the end of the day.
He's a former Motherwell player. He's been chucked in there at 6-1.
I'm willing to move on to Martindale.
Yeah, and finally, the last play, well, not the last, but the man fifth in the running for the Motherwell job is none other than David Martindale. Big Martin. Big Dale, Davy Dale. 7-1 he is to get the job. And look, I'm not saying this would be a bad appointment. I think it would be a decent appointment. We've seen this guy, work with the shoestring budget that is known as Livy. I think Motherwell would be interested in him. But for me, he's 7-1 for the pure fact that I just don't think he'll leave Livy.
No.
We've seen he's had offers before. He's had chances before. But, they say there's no loyalty in football. Davy Martindale showed a lot of loyalty to Livy. And I think he's going to be at Livy until they say, look, we don't want you anymore, Davy. He's pretty much come out and said that. He's pretty much come out and says, look, I'm at this club until they tell me I'm no longer needed.
You've also got to bear in mind, I mean,
he'll be the last guy to turn off the lights.
See Neil Lennon, though, right, back to him. I know I totally agree with Martindale, but see with Neil Lennon, he seems like he's been linked with every job in Scotland for like 4 years, right? See Brown and Martindale, those two, there's compensation deals in there that are going to have to be paid for.
Martindale has been linked with a lot of jobs. He was linked with the Rangers.
See Lennon, see the amount of jobs he's been linked with. I think if he was truly interested, he'd have got them. He was linked with Aberdeen. I think he would have got it if he actually put his name in the, in the hat, so to speak. I just think if Lennon wants the Motherwell job, he'll get it. Brown, doesn't make much sense for me to leave Ayr right now to go to Motherwell.
You don't think if Martindale wanted the Motherwell job, you don't think his odds would be slashed? If Martindale had interest in this job,
that's different. If he had interest, then maybe Motherwell would be willing to spend the $5 that it would take to get him his contract.
That's not because you're saying that if Neil Lennon wants a job, he'll get it. But if Martindale, so the same should apply for Martindale, no?
No, because Neil Lennon's a different fucking calibre to Davy Martindale. Is he not?
Oh,
David. We're talking about a guy that used to win league titles, and we're talking about a guy that used to sell drugs. I mean, come on, there's a level to this game, my friends. And I mean, David Martindale.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, and you know what? Fair play to him, turned his life around. He's turned his life around more than many people's done with no criminal history at the end of the day. So, David Martindale, that makes it sound like I'm burying David Martindale.
Oh, fuck it.
I like David Martindale.
Wise up, David Martindale's the man.
I like a good redemption story. He's fucking welcome at Ibrox anytime he wants. Fucking take Clement's job. I'd make him fucking favourite for Clement. Give me Davy Martindale.
Anyway, that's the top 5 guys. Neil Lennon, Scott Brown, Stephen Naismith, Stephen Hamill and Davy Martindale. Out of these 5, who do I think is most likely to get the job? I think it's between Lennon, Naismith and maybe Hamill. Because...
Oh, Hamill.
You know, he's a former Motherwell player, and I do think
cheap option.
A cheap option, and yeah, so there's multiple reasons why I think he could get Gordon. But for me, Scott Brown, I know it's a step up. I know it's the Premiership, but I just think Scott Brown will be. I think he'll wait this season out and see if he can get Ayr up.
Yep.
Like if it was closer to the start of the season, then maybe. Or if he fails to get them up this season, and this opportunity came in the summer, then I think he maybe would go. But like we're heading towards March now. We're coming to like the business end of the season. Ayr United could be top of the table by the end of this weekend, and that's something good to have on your CV. Winning a league title, albeit second tier, getting promoted. And yeah, I don't know. I just think that Scott Brown, he's been building.
He's one enough for the top tier ones.
I think that Scott Brown will see out this season. And Martindale, I just think will be at Livy until he's sacked.
Interestingly enough,
or until Livy die.
If one of those two leave, that changes the promotion race in the Championship fucking big time. I still think Livy could win the league without Martindale, but I think if Brown left there, they're out of it.
Interesting. Do you think Davy Martindale's like his structure is ingrained into Livy?
Yeah, I feel like Livy are more pragmatic. They're more basic.
Is Brian Rice still assistant manager?
Aye.
So he would take over unless he goes way back, Martindale.
Uncle Brian's Rice. Yeah, but I just think Brown's. It's not that his style of play is harder to I just think they've got more of an identity, and I think Ayr being up there is more to do with Scott Brown based off what they were last season. I think Livingston are up there just due to the fact they're coming in for the Premiership and they should be there.
Alrighty, that's it guys. Let us know who you think's going to get the job. We'll catch you in the next one, but until then, peace.